All right, welcome to this lesson. We're gonna continue. We're gonna finally make the switch, but there's one or two things we have to talk about. Now we have this running this thing that this spinner that's running. We've seen a spinner run, and whatever. And so when the a thing comes, we want to turn off the spinner and then finally make the push. We're not gonna turn it off here because it's gonna be a long way in there. The way that we can turn it off, these things they are not accessible via the main. In fact, they're accessible only in here. And so the way that we can access this would have been via the stack. The stack that is creating this guy, we can call the stack.current item and then work our way in there. There will be ways in there, but it will be a very long process in there. So what we do is that, again, yes, we can get access to it via the stack. And so we're going to create a signal. Yeah, this time we're not going to create in Python. And then we call the signal to handle the turning off of these guys, of his children, so that we don't have to work our way down there. And all right, so we're gonna create a signal so that this will call the stack.current item and that signal, and then we'll turn it off, and then we'll make the switch. Probably we'll let this guy make the switch. So let's do this. We're gonna create a signal. That's how you create a signal inside KML. I'm gonna call it connector. If it's called connector, then the signal handler is called on connector. All right, so on connector, like that, and then that. So so on connector, what would we do? We will turn off these things, this thing. So on connector did not include function dot on connector and stuff like that, because this is a KML. It's not a child of the of this guy. Okay, that's why we did that. So what do we do? The root container, we make it turn off. The visible is going to be false, and then the root, the animation itself, is it playing, is it running? No, it's not running. So we turn the two of them false, and then we can decide to make the push. We can make the push here, we can make it the push here, but then we have to call one first, and we're hoping to get those code to finish before we get another one. Of course, gonna finish, but we're hoping that they'll make the push. Okay, so when we are done, so this connector is done, it will turn off this thing. So when we return this, Python returns here, we call the stack dot current item dot there's a connector in there. Connector, you call the connector, it's a signal, so it's just like a function. You call the connector. So when the connector is done, we would like it to make the push, and it will make the push to welcome page, but welcome page is also expecting a username. The username that is here is wrong. We are probably going to leave it blank in the main application, and so we will set a username before. Username is just go to the user that was returned from the Python. Okay, so this username is referring to this particular username. That's why we're not doing any val or anything on it, because we're referring to this particular username. We're not passing it in there because, like I said, any property created inside the main is accessible in here. So when it's done, we're gonna do if username has been created and it's not empty. What do? We make the push stack.push welcome page. Again, the welcome page has been declared in here inside the parent. Yes, when you declare something in here, you have access to it, and the ID, which is the stack, is also declared. So it's good to declare things here, but you can declare everything. So then we have, so this signal connector will be making the push after it turns off our things. Again, after waiting for 5 seconds. So let's test this. Big, fast. All right, email. And this is also 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm counting wrongly. Ta-da! Oh, that's my email. Yeah, it is. Credits, you have been signed. What did I write? You have been signed instead of you have been signed. Oh yeah, I did. I said you have been signed in. So yes, this username, when we made a push, the username was set, and before we even made it, we made sure that it was set. So you can see that if we didn't do well connected, we would have done things like stack the current item dot, and then we'll have to do the children 0 or 1 dot children 0 or 1 dot children 0 or 1, and then we say the visible score to false. You see, it's not nice. Anyway, we were able to call a signal in there to handle things right. See you in the next lesson. Bye.